Alright, so the best way to figure out what mint counts are, and I'll kind of dig in a little bit more of the data too. If you go into your collection, click on any of the play of the days that you have. If you don't, own any, you can just post up a link of the token details that I'm clicking below. So you just click on this. This will bring you into the Palm Explorer. So you can see that this is the transaction of me minting. This one, by the way, if you open this in a new tab, mine's always muted because this will start automatically playing and it will scare the absolute hell out of you. Like, it's done to me multiple times. So you'll click on this first link here, and this brings you into the transaction details a little bit more. So just breaking it down a little bit more is interacted with means this is the contract right here. So this is the candy contract. This is what my wallet address technically would be, and this is for a token ID of candy, and this is the token ID for that specific play of the day. And then the value here, which is different because they're doing credit cards on their end, what the transactional fee is, or the transaction fee, and then what the gas price is, which is astronomically low. So you'll scroll down a little bit more and get a little bit more English. So it's just showing that this went to my address. This is the token ID. This is just the string, basically where it's pulling it from and what it's called, and that I got serial number 7. So from here, you can go up, interact with, you can click the contract. Once you click the contract, you can see a little better insight into the contract itself. So you can see some of these transactions will slowly start to drip in, and it'll automatically update. No need to refresh. They'll just kind of populate in, but you can see that they've had nearly 4,500 transactions, and there's a lot more information in here, but for the purpose of just figuring out where current mints are, so you'll just like the other one, click the top, scroll down so you can see that the play of the day of October 6th is currently at a 314 serial number. There's generally no really good way to kind of get all of those listed out. Maybe there is. I just started poking around in Palm. Ethereum, what is it called? Etherscan has a little bit of a cleaner look, but I'm sure as Palm grows and adapts, it will kind of capture onto those other features. So that's how you do it. And let's see. Yeah, so 22 seconds ago, 3840. So I literally just kind of open all these up and figure out 1015 is at 432, 1016 is at 420, 1018 is at 418. So you got to click through them a little bit just because you got to find them all. And unfortunately, where is it? Basically all the contract calls are the same, so it's hard to differentiate. Block numbers are going to be different on each transaction, so it's a little bit difficult to figure out which one is which, but just clicking through it doesn't take long. That's really it. Just expanding on kind of what I said a little bit earlier, Etherscan, so it's kind of like a two-part tutorial. So this is a contract for another project, and you can kind of scroll through here. Everything's laid out just a little bit cleaner for the time being. As I said, I'm sure as Palm grows, it will adapt to these other UI functions. But so kind of just going through here, I know a lot of people had questions about what they're looking for in here. So, and it all depends too on the contract. So these things are all written, all these method callouts are all written and pulled from how the contract is written. The guidelines or the verbiage is still relatively the same within each project, but like for example, mine says mint. Some of them will say mint, whatever the project name is. So anytime you see a set approval for all, that is basically setting up that first time approval on OpenSea or wherever they're selling this to open the contract up to allow that item to be sold. And then bulk create, these are airdrops. This is how airdrops are done. Withdraw, pretty much just withdrawing it to our wallet. And then the mint function and everything else. So when you're going through them, they have these little icons to the left. So if you look at the most recent one, you select it, you can see that the token 270 was minted. Again, a lot easier to figure out granted, this is a project that only has one type of token, so it's a little different, but you can see with just a click without having to go through each individual one, 269, 268, even on the bulk creates, you can see that multiple instances of that token were created. So, and it's basically the same if you were just to open it up as how the last one was, explaining, you know, the gas price, the transaction fee, you know, the status, did it go through, you know, timestamps and all that. So you can get a little bit more information on just the data itself. But yeah, just wanted to expand on that a little bit more because I know some are having questions about Etherscan and how to look through it. So